Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Power Automate to add data to Excel and how to get data back from Excel and use it in your flows. For the first part, we'll use Microsoft Forms as a simple example. We'll create a workshop registration form where people can enter their name, email address, and phone number. When someone submits the form, Power Automate will take that information and automatically add it as a new row in an Excel file stored in SharePoint. But Microsoft Forms is just our example. The same principle can be used whenever you want to write data to Excel with Power Automate. Your data could come from SharePoint, another Microsoft 365 application, an API, or many other sources. Then we'll look at the other direction, getting data from Excel. For our example, we'll retrieve the workshop registrations from Excel and automatically send an email to the people who registered. Again, the email is just an example. Once you know how to retrieve data from Excel, you can use that data in all kinds of Power Automate actions and processes. So by the end of this video, you'll understand both sides: how to add data to Excel and how to retrieve and use data from Excel. And we'll build everything step by step so you can follow along and create the same flows yourself. Let's get started. Before we start building our flow, I've already prepared a small Excel file that we're going to use in this example. I've saved the file in a SharePoint site called Example YouTube, so it will be easy to recognize when we select it later in Power Automate. To keep things simple, our Excel file only contains 3 columns: name, email, and phone number. Of course, you can add as many columns and as much data as you need for your own process. I'm using SharePoint to store the file, but you can also store your Excel file in OneDrive. Power Automate can work with Excel files stored in both locations. Now that our Excel file is ready, we can create the Microsoft form that people will use to register for the workshop. Go to Microsoft Forms and click New Form. First, give the form a name. I'll call this one Workshop Registration. You can also add a description if you want, but for this example, we'll keep it simple. Now we're going to add the questions that we want people to fill in. Click Add New and choose Text. For the first question, enter name. Because we want everyone to provide their name, enable the required option. Now click Add New again and choose Text. This time, enter email as the question. Again, enable required. Then add one more text question. For this question, enter phone number. You can also make this field required if you want everyone to provide a phone number. That's all we need for this example. So our form now contains 3 simple fields: name, email, and phone number. Of course, in your own form, you can add many more questions if you need them. Before we continue, it's always a good idea to quickly test the form. Click Preview in the top right corner. Enter some example information in the 3 fields and submit the form. If everything works correctly, we now have a simple workshop registration form that we can connect to Power Automate. Now that our form and Excel file are ready, we can create our first flow in Power Automate. Go to Power Automate and select Create from the menu on the left. We want this flow to start automatically whenever someone submits our workshop registration form, so select Automated Cloud Flow. First, give the flow a name. I'll call mine Workshop Registration to Excel. Next, we need to choose what will trigger the flow. Search for Microsoft Forms and select the trigger when a new response is submitted. Then click Create. We're now inside the Power Automate Designer. The first thing we need to do is tell Power Automate which form it should monitor. Open the Form ID dropdown and select the Workshop Registration form that we just created. Our trigger is now ready. Every time someone submits this form, our flow will automatically start. However, this trigger only tells us that a new response has been submitted. We still need to retrieve the actual answers that the person entered into the form. So click the plus icon to add a new action. Search for Microsoft Forms again and select Get Response Details. For Form ID, select our Workshop Registration form again. For Response ID, click in the field and select Response ID from the dynamic content of our trigger. This is important because every form submission gets its own response ID. By passing that ED into this action, Power Automate knows exactly which response it needs to retrieve. At this point, we have everything we need from Microsoft Forms. The flow starts when someone submits the form, and we then retrieve their name, email address, and phone number. Now we can add this information to Excel. Click the plus icon underneath Get Response Details and add a new action. Search for Excel Online and select Excel Online Business. Then select the action Add a row into a table. First, we need to tell Power Automate where our Excel file is stored. For location, you need to select the location where you stored your own Excel file. In our example, we stored the file in SharePoint. On the example SharePoint site, so that is the location I will select here. Next, select the document library where your Excel file is stored. For our example, this is Documents, but this can be different depending on where you saved your file. For File, browse to and select the Excel file you want to use. In our example, this is the registrations file that we created earlier. Then for Table, select the table inside your Excel file. Again, the options you see here depend on the tables you created in your own Excel file. Once we select the table, Power Automate automatically shows the columns from that table. In our example, we have name, email, and phone number. Now we simply need to connect the answers from Microsoft Forms to the correct Excel columns. Click inside the Name field and select Name from the dynamic content of the Get Response Details action. For email, select the answer to our email question. And finally, for phone number, select the answer to the phone number question. And that's actually everything we need. Our flow now starts whenever someone submits the workshop registration form, retrieves all the information from that submission, and adds the name, email address, and phone number as a new row in our Excel file. Save the flow, and next we can test if everything works as expected. Now let's test if our flow actually works. Open the workshop registration form that we created earlier and create a new registration. For name, I'll enter John Doe. For email, I'll enter john@example.com. And for phone number, I'll enter 0612345678. Now click Submit. Since our flow is triggered automatically whenever a new form response is submitted, Power Automate should now take this information and add it to Excel. Let's open our registrations Excel file and check the table. And as you can see, John Doe has been added as a new row, together with the email address and phone number we entered in the form. So our first flow is working. Every new form submission will now automatically be added to our Excel file. Before we continue, I'm going to quickly submit one more registration. This time I'll register myself. For name, I'll enter Tex. For email, I'll enter YouTube example at tex-it.nl, and I'll add another example phone number. Now I'll submit the form. This gives us multiple registrations in Excel, and because I used an email address I have access to, we can actually test the email in the second part of this video.
Hey guys, I just launched my brand new interactive Power Apps e-learning course, Build Your First Model-Driven App, made for beginners. And because I believe in learning should be accessible, it's priced at just $39, plus I've got a special $10 discount just for my YouTube audience. Use one of these codes during checkout and you will be rewarded an additional $10 discount.
We're the power ninjas on the rise, building dreams beneath the skies. Bracky's got the moves so slick, with Power Apps we make it click. Power ninjas here to save the day. Bracky leads the way, apps that make your problems fade. Innovation tailor-made. Drag and drop, we shape your world. Every line of code unfurled. From dashboards bright to workflows clean, Power Apps create the scene.
Now that we know how to add data to Excel, let's look at the other direction. This time, we're going to retrieve data that is already stored in Excel and use that data somewhere else in Power Automate. For our example, we'll use the registrations that we just added to Excel and send an email to everyone in the list. But again, sending an email is just our example. Once you retrieve data from Excel, you can use it in many different ways and with many other Power Automate actions. Let's create a new flow. Go back to Power Automate and select Create. This time, select Instant Cloud Flow. Give the flow a name. I'll call mine Send Workshop Emails. For the trigger, select Manually Trigger a Flow. We're using a manual trigger because it makes our example easy to test. Whenever we click the button, the flow will retrieve the current registrations from Excel. Click Create. Now click the plus icon to add our first action. Search for Excel Online Business and select List Rows Present in a Table. This is the action we can use when we want to retrieve multiple rows from an Excel table. Just like before, we first need to tell Power Automate where our Excel file is located. For location, I'll select our example SharePoint site. For document library, I'll select Documents. For file, I'll select our registrations Excel file, and finally for table, select the table containing our registrations. Remember that these are the locations and names from my example. In your own flow, you simply select the location, file, and table that contain the data you want to retrieve. And that's already enough to retrieve the rows from our Excel table. Next, we're going to use those rows and send an email to each person in our registration list. Now that we can retrieve the registrations from Excel, let's actually use that data. Click the plus icon underneath List Rows Present in a Table and add a new action. Search for Send an Email and select Send an Email V2 from Office 365 Outlook. First, we need to tell Power Automate who should receive the email. Click inside the To field. We want to use the email address from our Excel file, so from the dynamic content, select Email from our List Rows Present in a Table action. As soon as we select the email column, Power Automate automatically adds an apply to each around our email action. And there's a good reason for that. Our Excel action can return multiple rows. In our example, we currently have multiple people registered for the workshop. Power Automate therefore needs to go through those rows one by one and send an email to the email address from each row. That is exactly what the apply to each does. Now let's finish our email. For the subject, I'll enter workshop registration. And in the body, I'll start with Hi, but we can make this a little more personal. After Hi, select the name column from our Excel data as dynamic content. Then we can add Thank you for registering for our workshop. We look forward to seeing you. So every time the loop runs, Power Automate uses the name and email address from that specific row in Excel. For John Doe, it will use John's information. And when it reaches my registration, it will use Tex and the email address we added earlier. Now save the flow. Our second flow is ready. It retrieves all the registrations from Excel, goes through them one by one, and sends each person an email using the information stored in Excel. Next, let's run the flow and see if the email actually arrives. Because we used manually trigger a flow, we can start this flow whenever we want. Click Test in the top right corner. Select Manually and then click Test. Now click Run Flow. Power Automate will start the flow, retrieve all the rows from our Excel table, and go through each registration one by one. Let's wait for the flow to finish, and we can see that the flow has completed successfully. Now let's check the inbox for the email address that I used for my own registration. And there it is. We received our workshop registration email, and we can see that Power Automate also used the name from Excel to personalize the message. So we've successfully retrieved data from Excel and used that data in another Power Automate action. In this example, we used it to send an email, but you can use the same Excel data in many other actions and build much more advanced flows from here. And that's it. You now know how to use Power Automate to both add data to Excel and retrieve data from Excel. We used Microsoft Forms and email as simple examples, but you can use exactly the same principles in many different Power Automate flows. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.